In accordance with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, this channel is not to be viewed by children under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, Dragon King Mark here, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition, Part 15. Last we left off, well, a lot happened. We basically managed to enter Repulse Bay, did a little bit of digging into Neville Ma's personal life to figure out how he survived the crash that got him hospitalized, and well, long story short, we found out we are having now to deal with a vampire, his assistant Ku Feng, who basically challenged us to a fight, and here we are. If you like what you guys see, if you like what you all see, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay notified. Let's get to it. So yeah, now we gotta fight her. Let's move into safety place first. Wasn't gonna work. Both critical chance and critical multiplier raised, however your dodge is reduced by 1, you take 2 additional points of damage from attacks. This cycles to attacks. AP damage or reduced AP damage in exchange your dodge is increased. Stance. Water. Let's go. So yeah, you're all probably thinking, hang on, isn't this a bit weird that you're basically streaming on another weekday? Yeah, there's a bit of a reason for that. See, it looks like it's gonna be raining this weekend, and things are about to get very, very hairy, very fast. Oof. So yeah, I figured I might as well, you know, go on ahead and take care of that. Oh, that had to hurt. Gaichu! Oh god, I think he's gonna die. Why did I send Gaichu out? Okay, that was probably a bad idea. Alright, Gaichu, first heal. Now. Water 2. Not what I was aiming for, but that'll work. Yeah, I forgot you could do that. So yeah, if you're wondering about what happened with the wedding, it actually went pretty well. Oh my god, Gaichu's gonna die. Why did I bring him? I should not have brought him just for that one little instance. Crap. So yeah, the wedding was pretty good, honestly. It was a lot of fun. Nice. Nice. We gotta save Gaichu. Hang on, buddy. So yeah, the wedding was okay. Disorganized, but a lot of fun. We got home at around 9 to 10, so that's why I didn't stream on Sunday. In case if anyone was curious about that. Okay. Yes. I got you, Gaichu. Good thing that this gun causes bleeding damage. So yeah, the wedding was fun. Really tiring, honestly, and kind of boring. Not to mention really disorganized too, but it was still a lot of fun. We were able to basically get a lot of cool pictures and stuff. Other than that, it was basically okay. Okay, better hide out in here. Let's slip you back undercover, Gaichu. Oh wait, I can summon a spirit. Can I reach it in time? 3 AP? Son of a... Not surprised that didn't work. At least that bleeding's gonna help. Got it. So, yeah, basically the wedding was alright. Then Sunday I basically spent the entire day resting from what happened. It was really exhausting, but it was a lot of fun. After that, I managed to actually get talk to that counselor that I need to speak with. Long story short, we got another we ended up having another talk scheduled for next week. Other than that and gaming, not a whole lot. Oh right, I tried to play some Final Fantasy 14. I unfortunately could not enter the game. Like I couldn't actually get into the game. Like literally, it wouldn't let me in. Hello, viewer. Like I don't understand what happened. Like with 14, like I couldn't actually sign in. Like I have an account. I really do have a Square Enix account, but it's not letting me in. It didn't let me sign in, so literally I was like, what do I do? And I found out you actually have to, you actually need to, you know, get a different account for to access Final Fantasy 14, and I'm just like, nope. No thanks. Alright, let's let this Ku Feng. Go over here. Let's put a marked target on Ku Feng. Crap. She's just regenerating health. What the hell? Yes! Tempest! Popping a haste and a water blast. Yes, Prop all the bleed procs. Oh, that was easy. Ku Feng's calm and haughty demeanor dissolves as her eyes grow wide. Wait! I surrender, don't kill me! What's wrong? Not feeling so powerful now? She claps her hands, pleading, the whole Mistress of the Night thing is just an act. I'm just an account that got infected. Are you serious? I don't really know how to fight. I was faking it. I just wanted to scare you into backing down. And an accountant? Really? She nods. I was on a business trip in Shanwei last year. I went to a rave, got drunk, and passed out. When I woke up, I was in an alley and someone had done this to me. And so you, what, decided to embrace the whole vampire thing? What choice did I have? I couldn't go back to work, and it was a dead-end job anyway. No upward mobility, no room for growth. It basically is every other job I can know of in the corporate world. I did what anyone would have done. I tried to make the best of it, to capitalize on my new abilities. I'm a vampire now. I can't control that, but I can control how I choose to monetize it. So what was your endgame? How'd you see this working out? Beats me. It's not like I have a rulebook for this or anything. I'm just making it up as I go along. Who knows? Maybe I could eventually become the vampire queen of Repulse Bay. Wait, so this whole thing has just been you, what, improvising? Pretty much, yeah. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just doing my best. She looks away in shame. Her voice goes flat. Look, if I'm ever found out, I'll be killed for bounty money. It was either this or get gunned down by a vampire hunter. Shouldn't your family or coworkers be looking for you? Not if I can help it. You think I want them to see me like this? As far as my friends and family are concerned, I'm missing. Happened for months. They probably think I'm dead. Her chest hitches. She looks miserable. I think that's for the best. I mean, how could I explain what I've become? Could you imagine how ashamed my family would be to find out that I've become this monster? No. It's better that they think I'm dead. You are pathetic. Weak. His lips curl into a sneer. You are given the power of the gods and you snivel on about feelings? What is wrong with you? I never wanted to be this way. I'm trying my best. Your best is barely competent. You squander your potential, then bawl about your cast-off life when you are defeated. You don't deserve the gift that you have been given. No, you're right. I'm not cut out for this. She turns to you, a look of misery smeared across her face. Can we call a truce, maybe? I'll scratch your back, you let me live. Please? I think we can work something out. Conditionally. She nods eagerly. Yes, anything. Just tell me what you need. First off, I want some answers. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. You ask me the questions and I'll answer. No lying, I promise. How are you and Neville Ma connected? I happen to be in the same hospital that he was trolling for a meal. I don't like to drink blood from unwilling people, so I go to hospitals at night looking for people who wouldn't mind if I take a sip. People in comas, patients with terminal illnesses, that kind of thing. It makes me feel better about what I have to do. So, I wandered into this room and I recognized Neville Ma. I'd seen him on the news, seen photos of the accident. He was in pretty bad shape. A lot of broken bones and internal injuries, but somehow he was still conscious. What then? Well, I knew that if I gave uninfected people my blood, they'd be able to heal like I did. Just not as fast. I figured that out early, and by mistake. But it came in handy from time to time. So when I saw that Neville was conscious, I decided to make my grand appearance. I materialized in the room and told him I'd make him a trade. I'd fix him up, good as new, but he owed me some favors for it. I wasn't specific as to how many favors or what kind. He agreed. Actually, he left with a chance to become my pawn. I guess that when you're all broken up like that, you'll do just about anything to get better. The deal was done, and we got along. I think he's charming. He thinks I'm funny, and he doesn't care that I'm a vampire. He told me that he gives me nice things because he likes me, and not because he owes me his life. It's all very sweet. I apologize for the phone call. I don't know if that's for me or them. Beats me. What's it like being a vampire? About the same as a person. The human metahuman vampiric virus is like any other disease, except instead of coughing, I can't go out during the day. Not all bad though. I can turn into mist, and I'm a lot stronger than I used to be. I still have to wash my hair and pay for parking. You know what I miss the most? Steam buns. I can't eat or drink anything except blood, and I loved street food before I got infected. Sometimes I'd walk by food carts just to smell the things they're frying up. If I buy something 10 minutes later, it's all coming back up in a mess. You know, honestly, I think I remember anime or something about about vampires that, for lack of better terms, basically were just like normal people. But no, wait, I'm thinking about Tokyo Ghoul. Never mind. Same concept as Tokyo Ghoul. Kind of sucks. Like, that's the one thing about vampirism. You gotta drink blood instead of, you know, eating the regular food. Like, if you could still eat regular food and possibly not burn in sunlight, like, if there was a way to basically cure those afflictions, for those, downsides for vampirism, I'd go for it. Although, then again, I'd kind of go with werewolf too, but that's just me. Is there a cure? I wish, but no. The only cure is being tossed into a bonfire or having your head cut off, and almost every nation in the world will pay a bounty for a dead vampire. It's not like I have much of a choice, you know? Be a vampire or get killed for some quick cash. It's a pretty raw deal for me either way. And decide what's gonna happen. Okay, she exhales heavily. What's gonna be? You're gonna live up to your potential, and I'm gonna help you. She blinks. You are? We are. So you don't know how to be a monster? Well, as it happens, I have a bona fide monster right here. Gotcha will teach you what to do. And why would I do that, Xingjian? I fail to understand. Because in Hong Kong, connections are power. And I want the vampire queen of Repulse Bay to owe me a favor. A brilliant smile breaks across her face. Well, in that case, I accept. Gratefully. What about Dr. Shen Yang? What are we supposed to tell him? He wants Penelope Wong. What do you say, Ku Feng? You can get Neville to let her go? In a heartbeat. Neville can't say no to me. He'll do it, no question. In that case... Good. Catch you later, vampire queen. She bows, smiling. It is settled then. May this be the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Well, that was good. We took care of Ku Feng. We got a new favor, and we also got our job taken care of. Let's go to the mezzanine. Actually, before we go, let's head back to the penthouse. I want to see if there's anything up here we can grab. If we can actually grab it. So yeah, Final Fantasy 14 couldn't log in, sadly, so I just decided to delete it. Which sucks, because I want to get into it. I was really excited to play it too, but I don't understand why the heck it's not working. Oh, there is nothing in here. Shame. Like, if anyone knows about that issue, let me know, because I don't understand what's going on. Like, I have a Square Enix account. I made one for Outriders, but it's not working. Which is weird. It didn't want to register that I had the account. I mean, I had the account, it just didn't work. And when I was trying to make the one-time password thing, it didn't work either. Not to mention, I was also trying to get into Disney Plus, but for some reason, something happened with the account. Didn't work. Hyoi. The clink of glasses and the sound of Neville Moss' party fades into the distance as you leave the Repulse Bay. As the MTR carries you toward Hyoi, the mountains of Hong Kong Island roll by as looming masses, obscured by rain and storm clouds. Penelope Long has been fired from Promises of Moonlight, and Ma will be in a serious disadvantage without her. The winds of Trid viewers shift as readily as the tide, and without Starlet's presence, promises of Moonlight will undoubtedly lose ratings. What's more, you've managed to turn a powerful foe into a potential ally. Only time will tell how Ku Feng will repay you, however. Yeah. So, there's going to be a storm this weekend, and I figured I might as well at least stream an episode, or maybe two today if I can. Depends on how good it is. I should really stream on the weekdays more often. Probably not Tuesday. I have that appointment. Other than that, like, I'm mostly good. Alright. Glaring orc. A diminutive female orc regards you with a sharp, challenging look. The fierceness of her expression contrasts starkly with her sweet, rounded face and neat bob. She flexes her cyber fists. She fires off a rapid-fire reproach in a thick Filipino accent. Why are you staring like that? Didn't anybody teach you manners? She plants her fists into her leather-clad hips and juts her chin out at you. Relax, I didn't mean to stare. She gives you an unwaverly sidelong glance. You're a stranger on my turf. I expect people to be civil to one another. This isn't your turf, it's a public area. And besides, these streets belong to my boss, Kindly Chang. The orc's eyes narrow. You're not too good at making friends or fitting into new surroundings, are you? I think we got off on the wrong foot here. She blinks and her jaw unclenches. It's alright. I can tell you're a newcomer. I just feel like a little protective of my part of town. The orc looks you up and down. Finally, with a gruff nod, she introduces herself. I'm Rosario Ignacio, or to the members of my community, Cherry Pink. I specialize in transport missions and many nanny services, and I occasionally Shadowrun for walking around money. I can also fry up a mean batch of lumpia, but you can't have unless I like you. Cherry Pink sounds like an odd choice for a street name. She glowers at you. It's a bona fide Filipino nickname. Unless you want a mouthful of fist, you'll show it respect. You said you're a nanny? She nods enthusiastically. Look around you. See these Shadowrunners and dealers of contraband and Johnsons? There's a fair number who have kids, though they won't shout it from the rooftops. It's usually too dangerous to keep family close. That's where I come in. How much business did you pull in? The orc raises her chin proudly. Plenty. People will never stop having kids. The more dangerous the world gets, the more my services are necessary. I've taught kids good manners, hygiene, and the proper use of firearms for over 20 years. Wait, you teach kids to use weapons? I show them how to use them safely. She jabs a finger at you for emphasis. What's dangerous is not explaining their world to them. The shadows, that is. These kids have to grow up fast. Weapons training is appropriate when you're living in a smuggler's den. Makes perfect sense to me. I'm really glad that someone finally gets it. The gut reaction for most people is to deny the danger. The rest seem to think that children are too immature to step up to the challenge. Me, I trust my kids. I don't underestimate them, and they never let me down. You said you make great lumpia. What is that exactly? Filipino spring rolls. Crispy and delicious and full of pork or whatever pork flavor substitute is on sale. It's important to be frugal. It has suddenly become very important to me that you like me. A corner of her mouth twitches upward. She gives you a sidelong glance. And you must earn it. Everybody wants to be my friend because everyone wants lumpia. Only a handful deserve it. So how did you go from babysitting to running the shadows? Her cheeks flush. Well, I used to take care of the children of a Wujing bigwig up in the peak. Turned out she was siphoning corporate funds to support both a gambling addiction and an extravagant lifestyle. She got sloppy, and I stumbled across some pretty damning documents as I was tidying the house. I couldn't unsee them, much as I wished it, and I saw her to be for my life. She was growing desperate, erratic, so I ran. What happened in the Philippines that you can't go back? The Japanese imperial state happened. Supposedly, they've been in charge there for decades. I was a little girl when they sent their imperial marines in. They destroyed my own neighborhood. I don't remember the events, but I still dream of fire to this day. Supposedly in charge, you say? The Japanese ran up against resistance from forces that came to be known as the Hawk. nationalists, neo-anarchists, but the resistance ultimately gets its backing from a dragon, Masaru. While the struggle continues, the country can't heal. Never ever cut a deal with a dragon. She shrugs. Well, I haven't. Personally, I just want to be home somewhere. Well, Haoi isn't so bad. At least the people are interesting. York smiles. I agree. Perhaps you may deserve Lumpia after all. No promises, though. You didn't run too far. Why did you not leave Hong Kong? I couldn't go back to Manila because of those JIS scumbags, but there's always been a large community of Filipinos in the shadows. I sought them out. So how'd you get your cyberware? There's always been a large community of Filipinos in the shadows. I reached out and they all pitched in to set me up as a Shadowrunner. Now whenever I land a good gig, I give most of my earnings away, giving back to the community. I don't get why you give away your hard-earned money. So, well, do you ever have regrets about leaving your old life behind? She looks away suddenly, her eyes moistening. I'm not sentimental about my old post, if that's what you mean. The orc takes a big breath and continues. But on Sundays, on my only day off, I used to go and sit with the other nannies and housekeepers. We'd bring pieces of cardboard so we can sit on the ground in the shade under the bridges. We'd gossip, eat lumpia and rice cake. Nothing special. But I don't belong in that world anymore. I couldn't risk war getting back to my old employer. Miss my old friends, though. Let's talk about something else. If you like, I should go. She nods at you. Be on your way, then. A shadow-running nanny. Not gonna lie, that kind of sounds awesome. Okay, let's go on ahead and talk to... Alright, let's go and talk to, let's go get paid first. Damn, move. So yeah, big storm gonna be hitting this weekend. Might not be able to stream, so might as well at least just get what I can done. Shenyang is busily puffing away on a foul-smelling cigar. His calm like on one hand, his eyes flash with anticipatory glee as he sees you. Dr. Shenyang greets you in the name of all producers. How'd the shindig go? Let me tell you about the night we had. You explain the night's events from start to finish. As you speak, Shenyang's face grows even more incredulous, until finally his mouth is left hanging halfway open. He slowly places a cigar in a nearby ashtray and shakes his head in disbelief. Vampires in the Trid industry. A vampire queen, no less. What a nightmare. At least you got me wrong, and poor Neville's show is dead. That's something. Alright, kid. I'll send you payment to your Matrix drop. You earned it. Glad to be able to help. Dr. Shinning is about to speak, but his comlink begins to buzz. Irritated, he answers it and switches to speaker mode. Yeah, who is it? What do you want? Hello, Dr. Shenyang. I just wanted to let you know that I've released Penelope Wong from her contract. If you're still interested in her, she's all yours. Also, I hope your business is doing alright. I heard you'd had some problems with cash flow. If you need a loan, I'd be happy to help. Dr. Shenyang eyes the image of Neville Ma with deep suspicion. You don't sound too mad, Nev. What's the catch here, anyway? You must have the next big thing lined up already. Oh, Doctor, there's no need for it. Do you want to know why I keep winning our little contests and you're always playing catch-up? It's because you think people like Miss Wong actually matter. They don't. Stars are crafted, molded out of talent, yes, but ultimately constructed. With enough time and effort, anyone can be made into a star. It's just a question of manipulating public perception. Maybe so, but I got her now, and your show's dead in the water without the star. What do you think of that, eh? I think that I'm going to do what any good soap opera producer would do. Write her character out with a tragic death and bring on someone new. You labor under the misapprehension that viewers have loyalty. They don't. They only have appetite. I can honestly admit that this is accurate as all hell to the industry. As long as you chase stars like Wong, you will lose. Don't be afraid to think bigger, Doctor. Reach for the drama, not the dramatists. With that, Neville Ma hangs up on Dr. Shenyang. For the next 30 seconds, Dr. Shen Yang releases a stream of violently imaginative invectives at his phone. Even Strangler Bao looks taken aback at the ferocity of Shen Yang's anger and the inventiveness of the sexual positions that he describes. Finally, he takes a deep breath and composes himself. That dirty little weasel. Insulting my creativity like that? The nerve. Go on, kid, we're done here. Thanks for all your help, but I gotta get going. I gotta talk to a guy about buying a bunch of snakes. I don't want to know what the snakes are about, but I can honest to God imagine it ain't gonna be pretty. I can just imagine whatever. I don't want to think about what's gonna happen with the snakes, but I can imagine it ain't gonna be pretty. Law. Yo, Shinjan, welcome back to the palace. You got anything interesting to tell me today? He looks at the heap of wearable computers, PDAs, and chip decks on his nearby workbench. Cause I got nothing but fixing hair curlers and debugging old ladies' PDAs. I swear I'm gonna die of boredom. See you, Law. Gotta go? Okay. Watch your back and shoot straight and all. Law grins at you and dexterously flashes a hand sign that Shadowrunners give each other and all of it shows. I got things to do too. Yeah, here's the thing. Giving Law the metadata over time is going to end up really screwing you over. It's going to leave a bit of a hole in the security of Kindly Chang's place that you're going to have to delete. That you're going to have to take him out. But everyone's got to level up now. Let's see. Territoriality. Let's grab this. Useful. Raptor, shotgun, or rotary saw. Let's get the saw. Shuriken. Let's get Spit. Duncan. Lethal Force, Mercy Kill. Lethal Force engaged. Alright. Sabotage. Oh, let's definitely get this. Frederick Kaifa. Frederick Kaifa stands stolidly by the club door, his arms folded across an impossibly large chest. He eyes those entering and leaving the club like a god might look down from Olympus, and he smiles while doing so. Hey, Sangjan, been hearing more about you. Yeah? What'd you hear? Oh, this and that. Probably all misinformation or slander, you tell me. I heard you might have killed some guy, or maybe a couple dozen guys, maybe even that you're a terrorist. Not sure that one fits, but you do look like a heavy hitter. Maybe so. I had a feeling. And you're in the right company with me. You know why they call me the Untouchable? Never taken so much as a scratch. Of course, my snot brother said that it's because people are afraid to hurt me, else they might lose face with their parents. And if that would ever stop some of these punks, as if that would ever stop any of these punks, am I right? Nah, scratch. He pulls up his torn t-shirt, revealing a thick layer of form-fitting body armor below it. Of course, things that get stopped by this stuff don't count as scratches. Handled some rough customers, have you? It's what I do. Think about it. Inside, my brother sells the kinds of things that would make a Buddhist monk turn psychotic. And then in the back, my mom is selling enough firepower to blow the roof 6 times over. In other words, we sell petrol and matches. And yours truly is the firefighter. But this firefighter ain't never been burned. Nope, not once. Pretty impressive, right? You just let me know if you're needing some additional muscle. You can call on Mr. Untouchable to get the job done. How much do you bench press anyway? I want to ask about the cat, but I'm worried. I don't bench press. I do dumbbell presses. They're more functional. The bench press artificially stabilizes things too much. But to answer your question, when I do bench, I max out around 700 kilograms. He grins confidently. That's double the current world bench press record for unmodified humans, by the way. Whew. Seriously, if there was a new bench pressing record, I'm pretty sure an orc can probably handle that. Easy. So tell me about your family. You may think I'm impressive, and sure, my brother Callum and my mom both work hard to keep this place afloat, but people don't realize things about my ba. He's not just some old sailor. You want to know the secret? He was a pirate, one of the very best. Over 20 years at sea and he was never caught. Untouchable, just like me. You ask him about it and he'll deny it. I'm sure he's made enemies over the years. Gotta play it smart, keep this past a secret. But I figured it out a long time ago. He's a real great man, my pa. That's why I gotta be strong. Flip to his example. I'll leave you be then. Definitely talk to the COPPA family. These guys are interesting. Illuminati Alabrad. Henry Kafai putters about in the back of the club like a great hulking ghost. Despite his size, he goes larger unnoticed by the club's clientele. It's as if they all had a blind spot in which he is happy to reside. Why do you insist on chatting like this? Am I bothering you? I can leave. No. It's just unusual. Most people leave me be. They don't know me except me maybe by name. They certainly don't know what I do here, so they have no cause to speak with me. I don't need a reason for a friendly chat. Maybe the only one. Seems I goes days without speaking to my own family. But I've gotten used to being the forgotten one in this place. Mine and Callum are the faces of our business. Freddy is the face of our law, so to speak. I'm not good unless I'm out on the water. Guess the skills of a sailor don't really translate to club ownership. No, they don't. I want to be a good provider, but I just don't know how to contribute anymore. I think of my own father. He was a fisherman long before me. For 40 years he went out early in the morning and returned late at night. He put food on the table in a very literal sense. He did that without complaint every week until the day he died. That's providing. That's being a good husband and father as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I can kind of relate to that. I mean, I can understand that, honestly. My father wouldn't have lasted a day in this life of mine. The world's just moved on from what he knew and what I knew. I miss those simpler days. Can understand that. Got any good stories from your days at sea? Stories? The old sailor always has stories. In my early years working the fishing boats, I swear it seemed like every day we caught something in our net stranger than the day before. Sometimes it was cargo, either lost or thrown overboard by panicking smugglers. Sometimes it was bits of ships wrecked by those super typhoons they say caused the geomancers caused. We'd haul off the occasional body. Figures some of them were refugees, either from the mainland after the Civil War or the Philippines after that whole mess. Human trafficking, pirates, lots of bodies in these waters. But more and more we pull up bizarre sea creatures. Not sure if these were mutants or some kind of awakened critters. The small ones we always threw back as soon as we caught them. If you don't know what something is, best to assume it sprays acid or lays eggs in your brain. The big ones, he shakes his head in disbelief. A lot of times we had to cut loose the net. Nets cost a fortune, but when the whole boat shudders and you see 3-meter spines or tentacles or something break the surface, you know it's not more safe than that. Those were good times though. Simpler times. They got more complicated as I got older, and as the seas got even more fished out, it's even more complicated now that I'm stuck on dry land. Where you be then? Yeah, playing dredge, seeing sea monsters, I will agree, you do not mess with sea monsters and live. The elder of the two COPPA sons is once again lost in his cups. He watches, bleary-eyed as patrons passing by. Something in his expression makes it seem like he resents each one, simply for being. You again, decided to make this whole home, have you? More like a base of operations. Ooh, don't you sound all tough. Sit down if you'd like. I could tell you tales. Tell me a story then. You ever hear the one about the Phantom Sailor? They say he was once a good man, provided for his family, loved his wife and children. He spent many lonely days out on the sea working hard to make their lives better. But the ocean takes its toll. Every time he returned, he came back with a little less of himself, until one day, the thing that came home was just a shell. A mindless body of the old seafarer with his soul still lost at sea. The mind and body call to each other. One day the sailor will walk out down to the beach and step into the waves, letting the ocean swallow him whole. True story. Sounds a lot like Henry. Tell me about this family of yours. What's to tell? My brother's a meathead and my parents don't even know or care who I am. They say they care for family first, but to them, family isn't 4 people under a roof. It's some abstract concept. It's the name that matters to them. The COPPA name. That's family. My mother only cares about the business. Any hint that I want to look for a better opportunity is met with lectures. As for Pa, well, he's never been the same since his life went into the dry dock. First chance I get, I leave all that behind. Mark my words. I'll leave you be then. Open the door. Alright, we gotta spend some karma. Let's pop in willpower at 6. We'll get the other two. We'll look at the other 2 things here. Ermine COPPA. Ermine haggles with a dwarf over the price of a customized shotgun, sealing the deal with the offer of a sizable appropriate bandolier. The dwarf leaves happily, and Ermine slots another black market credit stick into her stash. Welcome back, Sing-chan. How can I help you? Business good? Business is booming as always. People like easy solutions, and they will pay good money for them. Guns are one way, booze and drugs are another. That's why we sell what we sell. My son Callum doesn't understand this. He thinks he would be happier as some corporate drone, but I've been there. I can say for certain that it's just a longer path to where we are now. It always ends with drinking or something, sometimes killing. He's pretty direct about it. So how'd you end up selling guns out here? Back when my husband worked for Wu Jing, he had a little side operation smuggling weapons right under the corporation's nose. Strictly small time and barely worth the risk, but it brought in a little extra money which we desperately needed. But Henry was never very good at brokering the deals. He hated that part of the business, didn't care to haggle, always leaving money out on the table. He thought about it often, and one day he told me to handle it, if I cared so much. So I did. As it turns out, I was better at it, much better. I had worked in the business world before the boys were born. I knew how these things must be done, so I began to make all the deals. I secured the product, I found the buyers. In time, we didn't even need Henry to babysit the shipments. Our influence had grown strong, and now we run everything safely from the dry land. What's the problem with Callum? There is no problem, so long as he remembers this place is here. There are too many ideas in that boy's head. Too much ambition, and ambition like that never leads to a good end. He should be happy with what we have built for him. He's the eldest and so very smart. One day he will take control of the club and all its business, but he feels trapped here. He wants to be free. The irony is that his idea of freedom is to work for a corporation. I know from experience there is nothing further from the truth. They don't call you wage slaves without good reason. But here, we have true freedom. We make our own way. I wish he realized this. I tried to make him understand, but it only seems to drive him further away. I worry that if I try too hard, I will lose him to his ambitions. Hey, I totally understand. I hope we can actually talk with them about this. I don't want to split up a family like this. So let's talk with Illuminati here. The most immediately noticeable thing about this orc is his immaculately maintained red mohawk and the beard he's busily nursing. He faces you with a mischievous grin as you approach, touching 2 fingers to his brow in salute. Hey there, Chief. What's cracking? Do I know you? Extending his hand, the orc shakes his head. No, but you might want to. At least if you need a shaman on your crew. Illuminati Alabrad, at your service. Haven't had a chance to get established in Hong Kong yet. Maybe you can help change that. How do you know I'm a Shadowrunner? Are you kidding me? Everybody around here knows about you. I guess they don't get a lot of foreigners who move in and immediately start cozying up to the local Yellow Lotus straw sandal. The rest of us have to show up here and hope somebody needs a hired gun. What kind of shaman are you, Gil? The kind with a shotgun and a penchant for bad luck? He lets out a roaring laugh and slaps his hand against his leg. I killed myself. Seriously though, Coyote guides me. Oh, we had a Coyote totem. We can actually mention we have one too. What's Coyote like? He's happy-go-lucky, willing to take life as it comes. You gotta ride the waves and the universe will take care of you, you know. Can't fight what's fated to be, but you bend the rules if you're smart. Coyote lugs shamans that are like that. Like me. Like most shamans, I felt this call when I was a teenager. I've been running with a local gang, trying to scrape together enough money not to starve. One day we were having a dust-up with the Black Hammers, and I just felt this force. It welled up in me, and the next thing I knew, their knives just bounced off my skin. Things being like what they are, I decided making some real money was in order. I ditched the gang and started hiring myself out to whoever offered the most me, and it's all I've ever done, but I'm good at it. You're not likely to find them any better. To find many better, in fact. His accent sounds North American. Sure is. Born and raised in Federal Way, Seattle Metroplex. Not as bad as the Redmond Barrens, but still a total hellhole. Kinda miss the big great Northwest, but I guess it's being swamped by monsoons here in the FEZ is pretty similar. Let's have it in the rain though. So why'd you leave? Things were getting pretty heavy for me. There was a big blowout with the Universal Brotherhood and a lot of bad magic going on. I said it'd be better to lay low out here until things calm down. I think I might be here longer than I expected though. Cash isn't coming as fast as I'd like. What do you think of Hioi? Frankly, I hate it. The Walled City gives me the creeps big time. Something is seriously wrong with that place, and I don't mean that it's a slum kind of way. Watch your step if you have to go in there. What kind of wrong is it then? There's something off with the Walled City's aura. Something in the astral is just sick there, but I can't tell what. It's like all that misery and pain is just building on itself. Every misery empowers all the other miseries there. I'd say you couldn't pay me to go in there, but you probably could. I'm a sucker for a payday. Talk to you later, Illuminati. Keep safe, okay? You know where to find me. I made him sound a lot different. Alright, I think this will be a good place to end for today. Pretty decent day, all things considered. We managed to beat Ku Feng. We managed to get Penelope Wong off of Neville Ma's show and got paid. Although it looks like Neville basically pulled one over. So, next time on Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong, I think we're going to go ahead and maybe talk to more of the people around here. Do some more talking. After that, we'll do another mission. If you like what you all saw, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified of when I'm going to stream, and I'll see all of you next time. Laters.